Hello, everyone. Welcome to Drastic. I'm your host, Dean. I want to talk about feelings today, and I'll tell you why. Because Penny dropped on something the other night. Because I was thinking about some of the old books I've read. Because a friend of mine down the road, lovely lady, she's got me quite a few books now, and I was thinking about some of the old books I'd read about the old gangsters and old criminals, and one of the running themes of similarity between them all was at some point the person in the book or the person in the film, including myself in my life as well, I did it. They got scared of feelings and they quickly realized that certain substances can be used to manage those feelings, to manipulate those feelings. And I thought to myself, God, I wonder how many people do that. Like, I wonder how many of you out there are running from your feelings too and then using some substance to cope with that feeling. Because I bet you it's getting more and more. Think about it, doctors prescribing antidepressants and all manner of things like that. I think we should be teaching each other and our kids how to sit with feelings and manage them. Because most feelings, I think of it like a feeling of fear for, say, you're going to meet your partner's missus, your missus's family for the first time. I mean, the fear would build up, and then you'll meet them, and it turns out to be brilliant, and then happiness comes from that fear. And I think that's the one thing you need to explain to your kids out there is don't be scared of them feelings. Sit with them for a minute, realize what they are, and then look to what it might turn into, because some of them fears will turn out to be great things. It's like all them boxers say, don't they? Like, the day I'm not scared of my opponent, the day I need to worry, because it's fear that keeps them on their toes, keeps them fighting, keeps them defending themselves. Am I making a point here? Because, like I say, there's many things that can drive people into a path of addiction. But this seems to be a current running theme between a lot of people. That's why I wanted to highlight it. I'm still finding my feet with this channel, as you can tell. But I ain't going to stop. I'm not going to be stopped until I'm helping people. I really ain't, because it's the way I'm going to fix my feelings rather than fixing them with shopping or, just want to do something good. Just want to help some of you out there. I really do. I just want to prevent you from going down this path that I went down, because I'm telling you now, when I was 17, I should have had the world at my feet. What I was doing as a 17-year-old, no 17-year-old should have been doing. So, I mean, we all know society as a whole is pretty much broken at the minute, but don't be looking to the government to fix it, because they're not going to fix it. This falls on us, the people, to put into our communities better things. I mean, I spent years doing nothing but bad stuff, man. So I feel like this is also a way of repenting, penance, all of that kind of thing. So, feelings, man. Think about it. So many times I was scared running from things, and I needn't have been. Then again, I thought I was cleverer than everyone else, so I probably wouldn't have took the advice given. And I bet you many of you out there weren't taking the advice I give. I'm not going to stop, though. I'll tell you why I'm not going to stop, because the life you're going to have if you choose to go down this path is so horrible. I mean, so horrible. I mean, you're going to be, you won't admit it, but you're going to be in so much despair. You're going to be crying to yourself all of the time, whinging. Why is the world so rubbish for me? Why does God hate me? All of that kind of stuff. And it's you that's making this choice. They say that if an addict doesn't get clean the first time he's offered a detox, that the average lifespan of an addict, minimum 12 years. That's 12 years of hell if you don't take the help given when you're given it. You can avoid it all by not making that choice in the first place. That would mean manning up a bit, which I couldn't do when I was that age. I couldn't do it. I mean, I struggle to do it now, is the truth. I really do. But honesty is the biggest thing. Honesty was what opened up the door for me. I lapsed about 3 years ago, maybe a bit longer, I don't know. And what I normally would have done was just lied about it, hidden it, and ended up dead or in jail. That's what would have happened normally with me. But this time I just didn't want it, and I thought I've got to do something differently. So I just blurted it out to my support worker, probation officer at the time. And I knew that because I had a FD license period over me, so I knew the risks I was taking. But I was dead anyway. Believe me, you know, once you've had that in your life long enough, you realise what's going to happen, you know. So I was dead anyway as far as I felt. And I took the risk, and I'll tell you what, they bent over backwards helping me. They bent over backwards helping me. They really did. So I don't want to hear this from any of you out there that probation don't help. Probation will help if you want to help. Probation will help if you put the work in. It really will. So, and all this rubbish as well that they recall you for silly little things. Well, they can record you for silly little things. They will do if they've got an agenda. Well, that's a promise. But if your life is nothing to do with anything in their path and you genuinely just want help, they'll help you. I mean, this was 3 years ago, sorry. I got out 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So things might be different now. But all I know is when I took the risk, told my offender manager and my probation officer and my key worker, they bent over backwards to help me, man. They really did. And now my life couldn't be any better. Well, it could be because my health could be sweet. But I got myself a disability scooter yesterday. I mean, I'm 51 years of age and I'm having to use a disability scooter just to get to the shop. That's the damage I've done to myself. My lungs are absolutely shot. And the thing is nowadays, the things that they put as a cut inside their products to expand them, to make more so they can sell it and make more. When in fact, they're just probably bashing it. You know, you're getting, if they cut it 1-to-1, you're getting 50% of what you should be paying for. And they don't care what they're putting in it. It can be anything. Some of the products now, I mean, they sell you something and they say it's this product, and it isn't. It isn't that product. It's a different, cheaper pharmaceutical version. But who's going to say no if they're addicted? They're not. They're going to take it because they've got no choice because they're going to be poorly. And the stuff they're putting in it nowadays is doing that much damage. It's doing more damage than the drug itself. They don't care. Dealers back in my day used to care about the reputation. They really did. Nowadays, they don't care if they kill you for a fiver. Can I say that? Unalive you for a fiver. I think I just preached the YouTube rules. Oh, no. I've been talking for about 5 minutes. Well, probably 5 minutes too long, you lot are thinking. So, I don't know what my point is, really. And that's it's a great place to be, isn't it? You know what I'm saying. Please don't think you're cleverer than anyone. Yeah? You might be cleverer than me, but if you make the same choice, you're cleverer than me? No, you're not. But you can take my advice and you can stay away from all of them products, especially if they got an A rating. They got an A rating, don't go anywhere near it. A lot of the B rating ones are dangerous as well nowadays. Yeah? Stay away from all prescription stuff. And I mean it, stay away from it all. Yeah? It's meant to serve a purpose. It's not meant to be used and abused for your own personal. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people out there doing it nowadays. They're doing it from places of despair and depression too. But the pharmaceutical ones, they're not meant for long term. They're meant for a short term, serve a purpose to get you off things or get you through a bout of depression or whatnot. You know, grief or whatnot. But as in, I'm going to do a video on grief, right? Because I've lost a lot of people recently. And I always remember I was in the rehab in Portsmouth, the Ark, and there was a person there called Graham, his name was. Now, I didn't have the greatest relationship with him, but he was a clever man. And he explained it that doctors nowadays, if a man loses his husband, doctors nowadays will give you a prescription for antidepressants. And 20 years later, that person hasn't grieved and is still on the antidepressants. Why? Because grief is a process that you have to go through from beginning to end, as hard as it is. And we all know now, well, I definitely know now, which we all know how hard it is when you're grieving. But if you don't go through it, you'll never get over it. And think of it like this as well, right? But the way I looked at it when I was grieving is that the memories are a gift. I put this in a post the other day actually on Facebook. I see the memories as a gift because I had an auntie and she got Alzheimer's. Her memories were taken from her. Well, actually, she had memories. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Oh, no, I'll get confused again. Memories are a gift. They allow us to look back at the good times and the bad times, where you can shed a tear or have a little laugh to yourself and remember them times. Remember that the person in your life was a gift from God. Yeah? Everything in this life is a gift. Even the bad parts are a gift. If you don't have the good, how can you understand the bad? If you don't have the bad, how can you enjoy the good? You understand me? I've rambled long enough on this video, I think. I've got to sit down and do a proper format. I keep saying it. But I like to just talk a bit. Because if I talk a bit, I'm giving you my honest opinion and my honest thoughts on this. And as I say, honesty has to be a bigger thing in this. It really does. Because lies snowball. Once you tell one lie, anytime you're questioned on that lie, you have to lie again. And they snowball. And it's not a nice feeling, trust me. It's not a nice feeling at all. But getting off everything is... How free do you want to be? I'm Dean, this is Drastic. Ciao, bows. God bless you all.